Production.
Who's that voice in the dark? That's me, enslaving you, not setting you free. In your brain and I own your fate. I've done you insane and it's too late. You can't escape, can't escape. You're me for eternity. And by the way, my name is Hate. Hello, I'm Hate, you prick. And nah, it ain't nice to meet you. I poison everyone I speak to with mistrust, lies and deceit too. I'm a disease to spread. I was created inside your head. No matter what you say, I won't go away. It's you and me until you're dead. When everyone left, I didn't run. And when you were stressed, I made it fun. People to turn to, there was none. So people to burn through, here I come. You're in danger, you're all dumb, you're alone.
Hello folks, welcome to episode 12 of the Midnight Club podcast. I think everything should be working alright at the moment.
Fingers crossed.
We've got the usual me and Ed, and today we've got a special guest, Prince Alfie. Very welcome to have you on. Thank you so much for being here. Do you want to introduce yourself to everyone? Let everyone know a bit about yourself.
So obviously it's Prince Alfie. I'm happy to be here. It's a really, really exciting opportunity for me. I'm a big fan of the show, and yeah, I'm just excited to talk about everything that's been going on. Like, you know, obviously I make music. I'm the owner of Shrouded Society, which is a upcoming music and artwork platform, and also custom Air Force One. So yeah, it's everything you need really, man. But that's just what I'm about. I make music, I paint shoes. Yeah, that's what we do.
Living your best life.
Oh mate, yeah, it's we've been sort of obviously going over a bit of your music. I've been interested in it anyway, but more recently getting ready for the podcast stuff, going back over it, and it's a good listen.
Thank you, man.
Intro you guys might have just heard at the beginning was actually one of Prince Alfie's song, Hate. It's probably my favourite of yours, I must say. I do like the track.
Thank you, man.
We'll have links and stuff to Alfie's socials in the description on the video afterwards. So if you do want to go back on, we'll have links to like YouTube videos and everything for you. It's definitely a good listen.
It's all on all platforms now as well. Apple Music, Spotify.
It was a very it was an interesting journey, Hate, because where it all started was like obviously when I actually wrote the track. I originally didn't write it to a beat, because I use a certain writing pattern, and it just works on drill beats basically. Like it's a similar sort of flow because a lot of drill beats are similar. Yeah. So I wrote the track, and then I was starting to. The idea really came from like I wanted to have a song with meaning, but that would still, you know, slap like hard. Yeah. So I thought, obviously, hate's a really strong emotion that a lot of people share. Like obviously, everyone, you know, has some sort of hatred inside them, man. Like, you know,
so much.
Like it's relatable. So I thought if I personified hate and told a story through hate's eyes, then I could get my message across about how, you know, fucked up hate can be. Yeah. But the fact that it's in all of us, like I feel like with music, it's important to try and sort of spread some sort of message. And yeah, I was just trying to make it a bit more, you know, just trying to do something deep with it, man. So yeah, like wrote the track, and then I went to obviously I got the instrumental from Hargo Productions, and I originally recorded it with another producer, and that's the one that's obviously on YouTube. But I basically I started working with my guy Sam Sway. This is Sam Thomas, and he's a sick producer. He's got a lot of good stuff coming in the pipeline, man. Like he's dropping this EP soon with the sprayer called Cane Train, and like yeah, man, there's big things coming, which I can't really speak on his stuff too much because obviously it's not my place to. But he is a very sick producer, man. And basically we just re-recorded Hate together with the same instrumental. Yeah, and like
just to fix my camera.
He had a different approach with my vocal productions as well as the sound effects and you know I'm not as well tuned on like, you know, the jargon with producing because I'm not really that much of a producer, but Sam teaches me that shit, man. So it's helpful, and like
it's good to have someone there to show you the ropes, I suppose, because it's quite a vast thing to step into.
Yeah, definitely. But like he came at it with some proper good stuff. And now, obviously, the version that's on Spotify and all streaming platforms, it's just top shelf, man.
That is
And
really good.
I've got Sam to thank for that. I
Yeah.
can't say that, you know. And big up Alex as well. Alex, my guy, for the video. Like, I can't thank him enough, bruv. He's his mind works for the stuff I'm looking for, man. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's just all of our babies. Do you know what I mean? It's good. It's good. Yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting to see how like different people will take a different song and like how they work it. Like you were saying, I mean, when you look at there's a lot of songs that you get, obviously the original version that gets put out on radio and such, and different people might cover it in like an acoustic way. And the emotion that comes out of it is completely different. So it's interesting, obviously, you saying that how you had one person approach it one way, one another way, and it almost not completely changed the song, but it really reworked what the song was and how it came across.
Definitely. It just shows how different minds, you know, like because there's so many creatives in the world that come at the same thing with a different approach. Like you're so right in what you're saying, man. Yeah, I'm blessed to be able to work with some brilliant creatives because without them people, I couldn't do what I do. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I suppose it's nice as well to do. Like, I know that you're friends with these people, and it's nice to have your friends like all come together, like work on a project. Like me and Jack have the podcast, and it's nice to have that like final product. You're like, yeah, we did that. We've done a really good job of that. And then you look to the next thing, like that was really good. But now you've got like three people's like brains in there to be like, right, we've done this well, but next time we're going to take it to here. You know, I think it helps.
Seeing what each other are good at as well, and being like, right, we know you can take that aspect and make that amazing. What's in your head for the next thing? What can we do to work and bounce off of that and such? And
you all bounce off each other. It's fantastic. It's great. Once you break the barrier of like, you know, because it's like when you meet someone for the first time, you know, it's like, oh, what can I say? What can't I say? And stuff like that. You know? Once you break that wall, anything can happen, man, and it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, it's powerful stuff, man. You
can also be not humbled, but you can be brought down a bit by the people you work with in the way of thinking. Like, you can think in your head, right, this project that I've got it set, it's perfect, it can't be changed, and then you hear someone's view on it, and they say maybe I would do this a bit different, and you go like, oh shit, like actually that's the one. You've got that, and so I think again, 100%. You know. Like, being able to work with other people, and that's what me and Ed have all the time on here. Like, we'll message each other an idea, and we'll say, that's really cool, how about maybe putting this onto it, or doing this instead? And it's like, that's the one, let's work with that. So, like you said, being able to have a group of people that you gel with and you work well with, definitely is good.
Yeah,
and
man.
That definitely comes across in the music. Like I said, Hate's definitely my favourite track that I've heard from you so far. And
appreciate that. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
I'll tell you what, it's one of those, like that I'll be honest with you, that really isn't my sort of music. Like, it's not the sort of thing like I'll go out to listen to. But from like the point of someone who knows you, like outside of what you do business wise, like it still has like that sense of pride behind it. Like, do you know what? He's gone out and he's created something. He's gone for it and he's banging it. And like,
thank you, man.
To see you like getting up there, it's nice to see, even if it's not my type of music. Like,
I appreciate that, man. Thank you, bro. That means a lot to me, man. Like, that's kind of you to say, bro. Like, but it's sick because like seeing you guys do your thing, and you know, just it's great because I feel that a lot of people have it in them, but like, you know, they just don't pursue it, and you ain't gonna know until you actually just fucking go for it.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Taking that first punt is like, it's a big step, but it's so awesome. And when you put out that first couple of things and you complete it and you go like, man, I'm so happy with what I've put out and it's so good. And even looking at it and thinking like, it wasn't the best thing I could have ever put out, what can I do to improve it, is such a good thing for your brain. I think
it's a learning curve. Everything's a learning curve. I mean, I think everyone has a dream, but not many people will chase that dream.
No, you're so right.
It's nice to see, like, there's a lot of people around us now who are like chasing their dreams, and that I think that not only like encourages me, but like it'll encourage other people. Like, just take a punt. If you got a dream, take a punt. The worst that's going to happen is you fall on your face, but if you fall on your face, you pick yourself back up and you go again.
100%. Like, life is all about learning from mistakes, and like, I feel that it doesn't really matter like what you do, obviously like within reason, do you know what I mean? But it doesn't really matter what you do.
Oh yeah, don't be a murderer, but
no, don't do nothing mad, do you know what I'm saying? But like, the only thing that matters is how you come back from that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, as long as you know, like, it doesn't matter like what sort of mistakes you made or L's you took, man. That's just as long as you can come back from it, then you know,
That's
come
exactly
back a
it.
better person. You know, like then you've achieved greatness, man. You know, it's hard like being at the lowest of the low, but the best
Yeah.
feeling is coming. You know, on
Yeah.
top of that, man, it's a fucking incredible feeling. So, yeah, it's just I don't know. I think some people find it hard to find that own like love inside them to be able to pursue their own dream. And yeah, I don't know. It does upset me like that so many people like waste their own creativity. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
man,
100%.
you just got to do what you love and like pursue your fucking dream because only you can do it. No one else gonna do it for you. Like,
Well,
you know
no
what I
one's
mean?
going to come along and help you. Well, people will help you along the way, but no one's going to do it for you.
Yeah.
Especially like in the creator scene, like you can have like 1,000 producers make you this sick beat, but you've still got to put the lyrics on top of it. You can have someone write the lyrics, but you've still got to go out of your way to like record that track. So
exactly, yeah.
Everything comes down to you.
People can only help you if you're willing to help yourself. I think a lot of the time as well. And a lot of people think like I can do this by people helping me, but they're not putting their own mind to it and helping themselves with it. Like so. I think that's a big downfall for people, but it's interesting to you talk about sort of like the emotions behind things and why you're doing what you're doing, and like you sort of referenced towards hate was a big thing that there was everyone's got hate in their mind, and that's almost what brought you to make that track. Like, do you
definitely.
find that's definitely something that you put in with your music, and that's because it definitely comes across like you said on hate. Like
I try my best, like, and thank you for picking up on that. But like, I try my best, especially my lyrics. I try my best to resonate with people, and obviously, like, I know that everyone's human, and we all go through mad life experiences. But no matter what sort of life we live, or background we come from, or social background, anything like that, we all go through hate, happiness, love, sadness, like all of them emotions. We all go through in different ways, but it's all the same fucking emotion. And I feel that if you want to make good music, you have to make stuff that's relatable. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be stuff that people can listen to and be like,
unless you're famous.
I feel this. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
unless
do you know what I mean? But like, that's all backwards anyway. That's a whole other thing, man. Like, the whole fucking industry is just, I literally, man. Don't get me started on that shit.
I got a question that we haven't pre-prepped for you. It's just a random one. I don't suppose you know off the top of your head how many like streams and stuff Hate's had, like overall platforms.
The top of my head, I don't know, but I had a figure, and it was we got to the 1,000 like mark, but I don't know if it's gone above that. So I've not checked for about a week. But it went up quick. It went up quick, basically. But like I see my monthly viewers now are low, but when it come out, it was like, you know, but that's because I've only dropped one single, and you know what I mean. It's to do with like, what's it called? There's algorithms and shit.
Algorithms.
Yeah. It's all to do with the algorithms and that. But you know, it's for me like obviously it's a good feeling. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's just I wanted to put it out on Spotify just because I don't know, man. If you want to be seen like to be taken seriously in this thing, you have to just you know, be on all the platforms. You know,
but you want to be on the biggest platform you can be on.
Exactly, but it's like obviously I started out doing this music stuff, like, you know, before I was, you know, Prince Alfie, like on SoundCloud and like you know, all of that stuff, man, and I just wasn't really doing it right. I was running purely off of ego, and you know, as much as, you know, I've got a mask on my face and a headband now, like, it's back then was a lot more like, you know what I mean? Ed, you know, mate. Ed, you know what I'm saying? So
100%.
you know,
100%.
like, man. So but
did you find that like giving yourself the brand and the name and working with that is what helps you really push yourself to elevate, and like apart from just your own view, but also helped with like the figures and stuff, like instead of just going out and putting it out, like really pushing the brand of it?
I think because of the person I am, like, outside of this as well, it's like I've always been quite, you know, I don't know, I've always been quite out there in some sort of way. So like, I feel
I can agree with that one.
Yeah, innit, exactly. So I feel that now is like, for me, the reason why, you know, I'm doing all this branding and like the mask and stuff like that is it's gonna sound pretty deep, but like, I feel that music today it's way too focused on like a person's, you know, what they get up to, their face, you know, their social life. you know, fucking their families. They want reality shows, you know, all of that sort of stuff. And mate, I don't give a fuck about any of that. Like, it's not because I'm trying to be someone I'm not. I'm trying to be road. I'm trying to be all of that. It's literally mainly and purely because I want people to listen to my music only for my music, not for anything I do outside of music, because that's what I do. You know what I mean? That's my own peace and sanity. I wouldn't want to bring that into this. But what I'm displaying to other people with my music and the whole brand and image and all of that is, it's just fuck all of that other shit. If you want to listen to my music, come to me and just listen to my music. Enjoy it, man. You don't need to know about, you know, what shop I go to and like who I see and, you know, fuck that shit. I don't want to know about who you go. You're not gonna meet you two, obviously, but like.
Yeah,
you know what
I know what you mean. Like,
yeah, man.
It takes. It takes away sort of the. Even though, like, obviously with you, you wouldn't want to be, but I think it's possible for everyone if they were to come and set some sort of fame. It takes away the possibility to put your face towards the fame of it all and become a celebrity in your own eyes. It allows you to, like you said, ground yourself and be like, this is me outside of this is me within this, and really split yourself from it, which is, I think it's a really sort of good thing that you've set up. And actually, I think the rap industry in general has been really good for that. You've got the big names like people like MF Doom and such who, you know, I think, and like you've used with the
Rest
mask.
in peace as well. Rest in peace. He died recently.
Mad, isn't it? But like,
crazy.
It's such a, it's the one industry in music that I've seen that has people have constantly wanting to be doing that, and not always. I mean, obviously you've got your huge hitters that are like big names and they are big celebrities, but I think some of the best like rap artists out there and drill artists and grime artists don't have their face to their music, and I think that does add something to it. Like,
definitely. I think so too. I agree with you, and like, it's for me, like, I can step away from it when I want to. So like, I can take off the mask and I can be me, even though obviously it's, you know, I use my name and, you know, my music and that, like, but for me it's just like a whole different, you know, like the whole 8 faces thing. So that, you know, you've got work face, family face, you know, friend face, all of that. This is just another one of my faces, man. That's just what it is. You know, there's nothing else to it. You know, people can look at it and think what they want. Like, I've had some criticism on it in the past, but the way I see it is, if you're giving me bad criticism, you're still giving me a view. So I appreciate it. You know, thank you very much for that. Yeah, you know.
I mean, I think it's quite healthy for you as well, because, like, you know, if you have a job, you need your life balance, you need your work balance, and it's sort of like, you know, mask on, work time, mask off, done. Like, you need to be able to step away from what you're doing, because I was talking to Abby the other week, and I said, like, sometimes I just need to take a step back from life and look at it as like a whole, rather than just being like, I've had a shit day, like, what am I going to do? Why has this happened? Why am I doing it? Just step back and be like, it's not an issue. Like, life goes on, move on to the next day. 100%. I don't know if you know who this person is, but Nancy said, "My guy, nice to see you be humble, will always be real."
Who said that, sorry?
Nancy. I don't want to read the whole name.
Nancy, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, love Nancy. I appreciate that. I hope you're well.
Sorry.
I appreciate
I just wanted to chuck that in there. We don't, when we have guests on, we just find it quite hard to like read comments as well as do the podcast, because we really want to like get as much out of Alfie whilst he's here.
Whoever's watching the stream, you know, I appreciate you coming to watch, obviously, to just to be a part of this conversation, man. It's a good conversation. I'm happy to be here, man. It's really good to be here. Like,
we'll definitely, if you guys want, if you have any questions that you do want to ask Alfie at any point, near maybe the end of the podcast, we'll have like 10 minutes where we just get some of you guys just asking some questions and whatnot, and you know, just allow you guys to have your voice in there as well.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be cool, definitely.
Something that you sort of got into it, mentioned a bit, obviously, about how before, like, Prince Alfie existed and you were doing music anyway, but I guess going even before that, like, what was it that first got you into performing music? Like, how did that all start up for you? What was the story behind that?
That's a good question, man. That's a good question. So for me, like, it was up until like 2 years ago I started doing music with this mind I have now, where it's like business and all of that.
Yeah.
But it all started for me because I grew up, like, obviously I grew up in London, and I had young parents, and I grew up, you know, I had uncles and stuff like that, and they were all very young uncles, you know what I'm saying? So my parents were quite young when they had me, and like they're into some very good music. So like I was going to school listening to Tupac, DMX, Nas, you know, Big L, Biggie, like Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? A lot of, you know, stuff like that, you know, my uncle and my dad, and even one of my other uncles as well, you know, like he taught me a lot about music. Like he's very much music. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
yeah.
Everything, you know, I've got a lot to thank for him, because he was the one I give him my iPod, and he put all the tunes on there for me. You know what I'm saying? And it will be like these albums I've never heard of, you know, stuff I shouldn't have been listening to at that age. But big up my uncle, yeah, man. But when it started with music, me and him actually recorded my first track ever together when I was about 7 years old, innit? And the bars were like, it's little Alf, please shut your mouth, mum belongs in a zoo, because you look like.
Oh, he knows the words.
Yeah. It's me. I was about 7 years old when I dropped that, and then from there, like, you know, if I'd always be with my dad, and like, you know, I'd be young, and then she'd be like, we'll be with his mates, they'd be like, yeah, look, he can do the whole Biggie, like Juicy or like something like that, and I'd be there like 8 years old, and like, you know what I'm saying? And then I'd go to school, and because that was like who I was, it all just started in school, like, because I grew up in London, and it wasn't like 8 Mile, everyone was rap battling the playground and that. There'd be a couple of times where the people would be like spitting bars in the playground and shit like that, and that's like what we were doing. And then
so much different to here.
Yeah, trust me. And then I carried on, and then like became a teenager, and then the ego kicked in. I moved to Somerset, and then like I was just rapping at everybody, because this was before culture changed and became, because how culture happens is it starts in the cities and then spreads out. You know what I'm saying? It just places catch up late. It's just how it is. So when I came here, you know, culture didn't really catch up as much.
No.
As it has now. So like, it was mad for me. Like, you know what I mean? It was just rap battling people in the fucking playgrounds and shit like that. You know, there was some mad shit with my teacher, which I won't talk too much about.
No, I was talking to my other half about that the other day. Just a quick one. Nathan said in chat, he said it's so easy for anyone to judge an artist from the way they look and their background, so he fully relates to the mask and like withdrawn from exposing like to the identity, and I agree with that.
Big up,
I mean, obviously it's different for me and Jack, because like we do YouTube, and literally like our identity is our brand. Like you know, you need to come and see what we are doing, sort of thing. But yeah, when it comes to music, I got to fully agree with you. Like, you need to listen to what's being said.
Yeah, man.
That's music.
That's what's important.
It's such a powerful tool. I think people like, you know, if you're in a bad mood, or like I used to have it, like I'd be sat down and be like, I can't be bothered to do anything. I'd put my headphones in, I'd listen to some music, I'd be like, right, I'm gonna go for a run. That's got me in the mood to like get up and go. Like, it's such a motivation, and like it can bring you down as well. But, like,
people have like a whole playlist for every avenue of life. Like, you get workout playlists, you get like playlists if you're not in the right headspace, you get playlists for just going out on a walk, doing like.
You got playlists for the good times as well, innit?
Music is so powerful, and I think even though people are aware of it, they don't quite always think about how much they're using it and how much it's affecting them. So like you said, which I think is a good reason why you do use your like emotion, your passion, and use that within your music, because I think it then resonates with people.
Definitely, 100%, 100%. No, I appreciate that.
Tommy said it's good to be different, and he's got mad respect for you.
Who said that? Sorry,
Tommy P.
Yeah, big up, fucking safe for that, Tom, and big up Nathan as well. Yeah, love for that. Honestly, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's good. It's good to have you guys here. It's good to be here.
Have you found you're able to like through your music? So you slightly sort of mentioned it anyway, but express yourself in a way that you might not have been confident to do without the mask? Because I think you've always been quite good at
this guy is the most
yourself,
confident bloke you'll ever meet, honestly.
From what I'm aware, you've always been good at expressing yourself, but has there been any amount of that with the brand, or is it just you?
Without sounding like, hang on, I don't want to unmask because I've got itchy face. But yeah, close. But no, what it is like Ed said, it's not, because obviously I'm trying to stay humble and you know keep it, you know, stuff like that. But
feet on the ground.
Yeah, I used to rock about in the maddest of garms and the maddest of, do you know what I mean? So
but
I've never really cared. Like, but
I must admit, I mean, I've always spoke to you like outside of everything, and I've always said like I've got a massive respect for you, like being who you want to be. And like,
Yeah,
I know
appreciate
you've
that, man.
had like a lot of shit for it as well. But
Yeah,
you know,
trust.
if I say to like anyone like, oh, Prince Alfie, they're like, oh yeah, I know him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Like
sick, mate.
it's gotten
That's
you
good.
so like well known for being who you are.
Yeah, thank
Like,
you, man.
I mean, around where we live, I obviously won't say where we live, but around where we
Yeah,
live, you drop your name and everyone's like, oh yeah, and
yeah,
and I
sick.
think that's
That's
sick.
sick.
Like you've got there
Yeah,
by being someone different, like being who
Yeah,
you want to
thank
be, and I
you.
respect you for that.
I appreciate that, man. It's like, yeah, thank you so much, bro. Like, the thing is, it's very humbling for me because, as much as I am wearing a mask and that, it's kind of like what you were saying, Jack. It's like, it's not like I'm like, this is my confidence. It's more like it's just who I am, but times 20. That's just what it is, and I'm already like over the top as it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
No, not
yeah.
you.
Yeah, literally, no, not me, no. But yeah, man, it's good because I want people to, you know what I mean. I think there's a lot of sick things about this world, as much as there's shit. Because there's a lot of shit, but the things I enjoy, I want people to fucking, have a look at and maybe enjoy too, because the stuff I'm into is sick. So spread love
later in
that.
the podcast, I'm dropping the J bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Japan. We'll get into that.
That's cool.
We're stepping away. We're stepping away.
I'm ready for that. Yeah, that's fine.
Not yet, because we'll go for too long. All
right. That's fine.
So on the music front, I just wanted to ask you, like, obviously, with COVID hitting, how's that affected like what you're trying to do? Because obviously, like, I would see that as a massive setback.
COVID fucked a lot because. So it's more fucked a lot for me and Alex, my director, than it has for. So basically, it's like we started on hate like during the start of lockdown.
Okay.
This is before we knew it was going to be like mad what it was. So we was pretty confident that we'd get sorted, but because of COVID, it just fully threw it off like completely. So from a video point of view, it's been hard because I can't release certain things without, because I dropped The Dawn in January. I think it was January, February, and then Hate come out in like September. But because that time between February and September is when lockdown happened, and it was all tits up. So me and Alex were going to be working consistently and dropping loads of shit. And just because of lockdown, it happened. But big up Alex anyway, like he's a top man. But COVID has put a big halt to the stuff that we've been working on, as well as the stuff I've been working on with Sam Sway. Like he's my guy, and we linked up during the start of the second lockdown. Yeah, similar story. We started working together on some stuff, and it's COVID punched us in the dick, but. We're still standing, man. We're pulling through. Me and Alex have linked up again. Me and Sam are back in the studio now, and big things are coming. And it's worth the wait. I promise you that it's worth the wait.
Oh, you've led us into another question. Go on, Jack. Take it away.
I was going to say a big question is, with what you can say, what is your plans? I mean, not you've got your far future plans and such, but more like directly what you're ready in your head that's going to be out within the next year or so. Like what's going on there?
So basically, there's a lot that I can't really say right now.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's fine.
But what I can say and what I will say is that me and Sam Sway and Alex, like with his video side, we are working on something that's it's gonna be the answer to all the questions that everyone's been having, like why am I not dropping as much, what I mean? We're working on something very big, and I'm blessed to be working with the team I have around me, and it's just some good stuff coming.
I've got a good filming location for you if you want one at some point.
Oh, is it?
There's loads of trees with like a nice bit of blossom behind it, so it's got like Japan vibes.
I thought you were going to say I thought you were going to say the shed.
Wasn't going to say the shed. No.
What's the shed?
Basically, right, I've got a cabin downstairs, right, and so at the start of lockdown, I cleared it out, and I was like, right, I'm going to use this as like a recording studio. Which, by the way, like at some point in the future, we might actually have like a proper like recording bit in there for like music.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know. But but basically, I was going to transform it into like a proper studio, but then like COVID hit, and at the moment there's just one big long desk in there, and then there's just boxes from shit that we've bought. That's it.
Yeah.
So, but nah, that will get done because we're going to move the podcast there eventually.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
Yeah, that would be cool. No, I'd like to come and see that, bro. Definitely, that would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Are you like gonna post COVID? Are you gonna be doing stuff like
Face to face.
Face to face.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've got a dumb amount of things that we want to get done, like for YouTube and whatnot. Like, same as sort of you're saying. Like, there's a lot going on in here that's just not able to be like.
It's just on hold.
Yeah. I get that, man. I rate that though, man. Good luck with all of that, man. I look forward to seeing all of that. I really do. Yeah.
But so you're saying to be definitely keep an eye out in the future for things that you got planned. Then, yeah.
I would say to be continued. I would say to be continued.
TBC.
I will also say may you live to see the dawn, and that's all I'm saying.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Deep.
That's all I'm saying.
We're going to get our COD Zombies Easter egg people out there now, like really breaking that down, figuring it out. Like,
Trust.
No, that's exciting news. Like, how does it feel? Because we've always said, like, in terms of like YouTube, finishing up a video, putting it out there, and you get that initial like, yeah, I've just done that. That's so sick.
Yeah.
How is it with music? Because I think, as much as I can be like, oh, it takes hours to edit a YouTube video, like. Producing a song and getting it out there, it must be something else. So how does it feel just getting it out there?
It's nice. It's really nice. It's almost like, because there's so many steps to it. Like there's the writing stage. It's like coming up with an idea. I always relate a lot of creative things to like themselves. So like making a film, painting something. You know, there's steps to it, and each step I really enjoy. And when the finished product does come out, it's almost like it's your child.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, you know, you watch that grow from or even a plant, bro. You watched it grow from being a seed, you know, to it sprouting its first leaf, to it fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you got to trim that shit to make it perfect. And yeah, man, it's there in front of you. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful.
Nathan's dropped in chat saying it sounds like a mixtape in band to me with the little like.
I can't say nothing.
Can't say anything. Don't push the man. Don't push the man.
What is, so obviously you're saying about like it being like your child and stuff. I guess for us people that are like dumb when it comes to the full production of making a song, like, so I guess, and feel free to spend as much time going through this as you want, but like from the very second that like it starts to the end of when the song's put out, what is the process like? Especially
I put
for
money on it. His iPhone notes are messy as hell.
So yeah, mate, my notes page on my iPhone is chaos.
Yeah.
I've got enough in there, like 2 Bibles worth. It's mad. Like, I guess it's hard to explain like my writing process because I've always done it. Like I've just always wrote. Like I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I did good in English in GCSE, yeah. But I just always write rhymes, like, all the time.
You were scrapping the teachers outside.
Yeah, well, that's in rap battles. It's all poetic. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all, you know.
That's true.
It's all poetic, man. It's all English shit. But yeah, the process is like, because sometimes I'll record stuff that I don't want to release. But this is before I started working with Sam, because I was doing shit on my computer with a microphone and just doing it all up on there. But I don't have as much knowledge as I thought I did. So,
do you know my favorite bar from you? I still quote it to this day.
What?
Big up Shell. Oh, I've melted him.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. Big up Shell.
Still to this day.
Yeah, man.
Still to this day, that one comes up.
Do you pick up on them gaming bars? A lot of my bars go over people's heads, man. Trust me, like
that's what I'm
everything
saying. Unless I'm reading like lyrics on a screen, like I'm vibing the lyrics, but then it's like it's gone through my head, and now it's out the other side. So I'm trying to catch up with what's going on now. So like when I read it on the screen, I pick up, and I'm like, oh shit, like yeah.
That's
drop a lyric video.
Yeah, to be fair, like I was thinking about doing something like that, but yeah, mate. In the progress. Yeah. But no, like
so,
the process would be like, I'll come up with an idea, whatever it could be, or usually because I've got so many stuff written on my phone, I'll go to write a song and I'll look. I don't know. The topic usually comes to my head first, and then from there, you try to build a story. I try and write like a little short story and then try and rhyme it. And then once that's done, you know, usually you do it over a beat. If not, you just do it with the same sort of, you know, rhyming pattern as drill, hip hop, rap, whatever. And then you either do it yourself or you go to my guy, Sam Sway, and he'll fucking turn that. He'll turn your little seed into a fucking beautiful bonsai. That's he'll do that. So that's how that works. And then you just enjoy it when it comes out. Like, I don't make music to, like, you know, I like doing it, and like, it's a good feeling, it's a good hobby, you know.
I got a question. I think I know the question because I know you as a person, but do you listen to your own tracks?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yes.
But like, you seem the man.
I think that's
not
important.
as much as you might think. Sorry.
No, I was just. I think like before you go into it, because I think the initial idea when people say like I listen to their own songs, a lot of people might think like, oh God, he's one of them.
Yeah, that's so vain.
On an outside view, I think it's so important because then you can also, like, in listening to it, you can be like, right, that's sick. What is there also that I can maybe improve? Or like, it's self-reviewing as well, isn't it? And I get the idea from you that it's not I'm just listening to my song because it's absolutely sick, which it is, but you're self-reviewing. I get the idea you self-review yourself a lot.
I quite a lot, because the thing is, I feel that when you're creative with this sort of stuff, it's like you're never going to realize how good you actually are. Yeah. Like, because to you, it's like you made it, you've done it, and it's like, oh, it's just fucking something I've done. But to other people, it's a lot more. And like, yeah, I don't know, it's hard because like, yeah, fucking, I don't know. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. Like, what was we saying? What was the question again?
Do you listen to your own music?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so yeah, fucking, I do listen to my own music, but only from a point of view where, like, yeah, it's self-criticism, you know what I mean? Because I'm never going to be as good as I think I am, and like, you know, it's But I find that a lot with creatives in every industry. Do you know what I mean? It's like they'll never know their own self-worth.
Oh, I'm 100% the same. Yeah. Like I put out a video like the other day, and it was yesterday. I was really happy with it, and I was like, this is going to be amazing. Then like I watched it back, and I was like, maybe some stuff could be better. And then I asked like for people's feedback, and I'm like, be as horrible as you want.
Yeah.
Because you have this idea in your head, and you like do it all, and you're like, that's going to be sick. This is going to go so well. And then sometimes you just need to be like ground yourself, and then like see how other people react to it. Because like you say, you could release a song and it could get 500,000 views, and you'd listen to it and be like, I don't really like that song.
Yeah, literally. I really think a big part of it is like the person that you are in whether you do this creative shit or not is like you're a product of your surroundings, and if you don't surround yourself with positive people and like-minded people that are going to push you to achieve your dreams, then you're going to fucking fail, and you're going to end up like all the wastemen that you see about. Do you know what I mean? And like, you can't have yes men around you. Like I refuse to have yes men around me. Like I can't have
yes, Alfie.
There's us going But
if I drop anything, it's like, yeah, that's sick, that's so good, it's the best thing you ever made. It's like, yeah, but mate, like what's bad about it? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, like fuck that. So like,
well, it's like I said at the start, like it's not my sort of music.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him. Like, be like, okay, I'm going for a run. I'll listen to Alfie's track just simply because the type style of music it is. Like, Tom has told me that he's gone to bed, but like, I listen to like a lot of J Balvin, which is like Spanish music.
Yeah, nice. Well, like, I listen to a lot of different. The music I listen to isn't necessarily the music.
Your man's in the chat. Your man is in the chat saying, "Big up Prince Alfie for the shout outs. Thank you, bro."
Is that Sam Sway?
Sam.
It is, yeah.
Trust me, big up Sam Sway. Big up Sam Sway for everything he is working on, everything that is going to be coming out, which I won't speak on. But this guy, watch out for Sam Sway. That's all I'm saying. Watch out for Sam Sway, man. There's going to big things. My guy.
Might even have to have a word with Sam in the future about
trust me, it's worth having the chat to the guy, like, trust me,
I'm gonna drop a track tomorrow. I'm gonna drop a diss track on you.
Is it?
I'll be like, hey, listen, I've used your own producer.
This
into the video.
He'll make the beat fire either way. So,
this might be one of them horror questions that you hate to try and answer. I'm going to put you on the spot with it. Do you have a favourite track of yours?
a lot of my tracks are unreleased.
Right.
So like,
what's your favourite track of the ones that have been released? Then I'll go with that for you to save you a little bit.
Definitely hate, 100% hate. Like, because that's been the start of this professional music stuff. Before hate, if I wasn't doing that, it would probably be a track that was on SoundCloud. If you can find it, fair play. But I think it's called Letter to Myself.
Yeah. I know it. I actually know it.
I'm gonna write it down, and I will have that playing back over this at some point if we can find it.
I'm convinced.
The bars are terrible and the flow is terrible. It's really not.
Is that not the one with Big Up Shell?
Yeah, that is the one. That is the one.
Yeah.
It's either that or it's, even I forgot the names of the tunes now, man.
It has been a long time.
They Feed the Children was sick as well. I'm not gonna lie, Feed the Children was quite gas. Yeah, that was when I was on my SoundCloud shit, and Feed the Children was that was mad. Unreleased, I've got.
How many songs have you released, like including stuff before Prince Alfie? How many, or like, is it like, if you could give us a rough estimate or something like?
So like, I'm talking probably about 20.
Jesus, yeah.
This is what I mean, because with music, it was
years ago, wasn't it?
It was years ago, and like I said, I was running off of ego, and that's it. Professionally, I just thought I could take on the world because I thought I was sick. And like,
hey, Nathan just said he's listened to all your SoundCloud tracks.
Yeah, innit? Like, it's that sort of stuff. That's a past life thing for me, because back then
it's past life, but I think it's always important to acknowledge your history.
Definitely.
And I know a lot of people say leave things in the past, but it's the past that's made you what you are. So
I'll never regret anything in the past. I'll never ever regret anything in the past, because it's what you're saying. It does make you who you are. Like, but all that shit on SoundCloud. It's like, I was releasing music then. There's just a personal thing. It wasn't really as a, trying to get people to listen to my music. My writing's changed.
Yeah.
I write for people now, so they can hear it and hear my bars, instead of like for me, because all them tunes were like, I'm this, I'm that, I've done this, I've done that. You know what I mean? But now my new tunes are more for other people to enjoy instead of just me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's cool. So you probably say release
Sam said
stuff
Alfie
that
is sick. You don't know what he's saying.
Hate's probably your favourite then.
Hang on, who say that again?
Sorry, Sam said Alfie is sick. He don't know what he's saying.
Yeah. My guy. He's the one, man. Trust me. He's fucking. You need to get him on here, innit? Like, trust. But
maybe we will.
Yeah.
What was you saying, Jack?
I was just saying. So you'd probably, if you had to pick one, you'd probably say Hate was your favourite of your released tracks.
Yeah, definitely. But the unreleased, it's hard because it's probably Mamushi, innit? Mamushi or The Dawn or.
Always dropping names.
I can't say anything.
I was like, don't say anything that incriminates yourself, man, or anything. But yeah, no, that's.
I can't say anything else. Mamushi, I can say Mamushi. I know I can say that, but
it's exciting.
When Mamushi comes, that's gonna be some. Just wait and see. You can see for yourself. I'm not gonna.
It's exciting to know that you're like, even to yourself, you're thinking like, because I think you do and everyone does around you like holds Hate in such a high regard, because it is a banger of a tune, and it does show the love you put into it and such. Like,
thank you, bro.
So to hear you saying like Hate's my favourite one that's out there, but there's these that I'm so buzzed to bring out and like might even go up a level. Like, I think that's such a good mindset for you to have, and that's such an exciting prospect for everyone around you and the people who listen to you and such, to be like, it's not just like, oh yeah, I've got some songs coming out. Like, Hate was really good. Now I've got some more songs coming out. You're saying Hate was out there. It's fucking incredible. I've gone one step above, and I've made stuff that I think's even better. And that's what's important to like hear, I think, from you. And that's what's really cool to hear from it.
Yeah, man, definitely. No, I appreciate
that. Okay, so I have two questions for you. One of them's going to incorporate something that's come into chat. Okay. So my first question, because I feel like not everyone who watches this will know who you are. Why is it Prince Alfie?
Why is it Prince Alfie? That's a good question.
I know the answer.
I say we know the answer, and yeah.
Yeah. So for those people that know me outside of this, I'm my music and my lifestyle, well, more lifestyle back then, was heavily influenced by Prince, which is obviously Prince Rogers Nelson, the artist formerly known as Prince, all of that. And I just find that because he was so versatile in his music, he could play multiple instruments, he could write songs for other people and they'd still be #1 bangers. Like, he was a pop artist, but the guy was so versatile and inspiring for me, because it wasn't really his music. Like, I liked his music a lot, but it was him as a person and his creative brain that really influenced me a hell of a fucking lot. And I was not struggling to find a name when I was doing this music stuff, because I used to be Bats, innit, like Sergeant Bats or something, you know what I mean? And I went through a point in my life where I was doing rap not properly, just running off ego. Then I got into a whole different lifestyle, which I won't speak too much on, but I discovered Prince and his music, and then that opened so many doors for me musically and stuff like that, that it changed me, man. It changed my whole opinion on everything, like on people, and it's opened a lot of doors to me. So I felt that for me, I'm not trying to copy Prince. I'm not trying to anything like that, but I'm trying to, I'm not trying to be too deep about this, but I want to carry on his legacy through my music.
I was going to say, you want to carry his you want to carry that inspiration through you, like
like, because
made
the music
you
I make
what you
is
are.
Nothing like Prince's.
No,
music,
no,
you know what I'm saying? But there's inspiration behind it. Like there's a lot of inspiration behind it, man. Like it's
I think that's important though. Everyone has influential figures in their life, and you should always remember them the best you can. And if you've decided to put them in your name and you make it big, then the legacy lives.
Yeah, man, 100%. I just think Prince is sick, and like a lot of the stuff he does, I just feel like I just want to carry on, fly the flag in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But do my own thing.
I am going to be such a normie here, but I have to say it, like anyone who doesn't know much about Prince, or let's say even just his music.
Purple Rain's coming out.
I don't know a huge amount about him, but I know some of the tunes. But the one that everyone knows, and if you haven't heard it, is just it's one of the best of all time. Is Purple Rain.
Like, Purple Rain is incredible, man.
It's a hell of a song.
It's a hell of an album, and it's a hell of a film as well.
They
made a film about it. Yeah,
I
it got an Oscar for best soundtrack in it.
Oh really?
Mate, Purple Rain, like it was so important for music at that time, because there was nothing like it out there. Like the song and the album and everything. There's no genre to the Purple Rain track.
No.
What genre is that track? It's not funk, it's not soul, it's not rock, it's not... What fucking genre is that? It's a powerful ballad, man. It's Prince, and that's... Yeah, man, Purple Rain is beautiful in so many ways. And the album, I would recommend listening to the album, man. It's a very good album. It's fantastic storytelling. Got to itch my face quickly, hang on.
Yeah, that's fine. For anyone who wants to know how much this man has like been inspired by Prince, when I used to know him, like we'd wind him up, like I'd be like, "Oh, Purple Rain, such a shit song," and he would get so angry. Like, he'd be like, "Shut up, oh, nah, fuck you, I don't need this," and it's like, "Whoa, chill."
When he died, it was emotional, man. It was not a good.
I bet that was a hard week.
Day. I was at work, innit? I was working in a pub, giving someone their food, and on the big TV it just said Prince is dead, and I was just like, oh, the Purple Rain T-shirt on and everything.
Oh no, man.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
I think people find it like slightly stupid when people are like, oh, I'm like really upset that this like celebrities die.
Yeah.
But people don't. Sometimes people don't see it from like an outside perspective. Like some people have such rough lives, and like they will find these people in like their worst times, and they'll find not inspiration, but like almost like they rely on it. Like you rely on listening to that music to bring you out of what you're in, and like when you lose that person, it does affect people quite badly sometimes. I remember when Steve Irwin died.
Oh, that's literally my one as well. That was literally my one as well. Like I was pretty much.
I cried in my parents' bed because they called us upstairs in the morning like, oh listen, we've got some news, and I was like, oh no, what's going on? Like Steve Irwin's died. No.
He was sick as well. Steve Irwin.
Oh,
he's
so good. And full credit to his son, by the way, for like living out his legacy. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, man. Fair play to him.
But both his kids are pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I've literally got somewhere over there a Steve Irwin Funko Pop of him on the rock. It's so sick.
Sick.
I've got
Oh, there he is.
There you go.
That is so sick.
Yeah,
Man, myth,
got
a legend.
I've got another one, but it's over there. Oh, fuck, I've said it now, and I have to do it.
I think that's answered your question, though, Nathan.
Yeah, I think. Oh mate, I love
Yo.
that. That's so cool.
Yeah,
I think
I've got the guitar and everything, mate. Like
Yeah, I remember that. You paid peas for that.
big piece.
Mate, it's so nice. It's so sleek.
Oh shit,
Mate,
yeah.
you gotta appreciate what makes the man at the end of the day.
Exactly, man. I love Prince, man. He's inspirational, man.
A lot of people, like you said, sort of snowballing off what you said, Ed. Like, a lot of people underappreciate how emotional people can get over the death of an inspiration to him. Like, especially I guess in music as well. Like, if you're listening to Prince or anyone every single day, it will be like losing a family member, because you're hearing their voice and you're feeling
100%.
their emotions and what they're putting out the exact same amount as you're hearing from your own family members or your own friends and stuff. And like,
Definitely.
it's a weird one to have to deal with.
Yeah, like with Prince and stuff, and like what was going on for me in my life at that time, I needed something to latch onto. I needed something to vent with, because I find it difficult to process certain things, and I needed to. I just feel like in looking back on it, I needed something to have a front with. I needed something to, and that's when he did die. Like, it did affect me quite a fucking lot, because I had all my emotions attached to that, to block what was going on outside of
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it was obviously now I'm grown and I've moved on from that. Like, it's sad that he passed away, but yeah, man, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is.
Right, I've got one more, I guess, directly music related question, and then I think it's worth us looking more into the shrouded society side of things. But I think the one, and I guess this question would also carry over to things like it's anything creative, but what would your advice be to someone starting off in your industry, especially in the music side? Like, as a new artist, what would be like your top three or your number one piece of advice that you'd give to anyone starting off?
The main thing, that's a good question as well. And I think the main thing I would say to someone starting out in this industry is, like, you will achieve everything you want to achieve, but you have to believe in yourself. Like, you have to not give up at any hurdle. Like, smash through each barrier, smash through each wall, and as long as you stay true to the same reason why you started out, you'll go far. Like, don't ever, because there's a lot of roads, isn't it? Don't ever steer too clear off the main road you started off on. And I know it's cliche what I'm saying, but it's true.
Hey,
Like,
I think it's good advice.
It's a universal piece of advice that literally I think works for everything, isn't it? Like, it genuinely is, and it's as
well as one more thing as well. It's definitely take bad criticism. Like, definitely don't take it personally, but definitely take it on board, because that is what's going to help you improve 100%.
I mean, I like what you said earlier. You've come in, you've said you don't like it, but you've still given me a review. Thank you. Like, I appreciate it. Now do what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I don't really care, because I'm still getting the views, you know what I mean? So the joke's like, if they want to hate, the joke's on them, really.
Some people are just there to hate, and like the industries that we're in, like, that will always be a thing, and you can't stay away from that. But you really learn to appreciate the people that do come in and they say, like, enjoyed the video or enjoyed the song or whatever, love what you're doing. I had this thought about it, maybe this can be improved, blah, blah, blah. And you really take that on board when someone like says it in a way that isn't just like, this was shit, sort this out. When they're saying like, I have this idea about this, and it becomes so welcoming to take that on board in your head, and you do stop and you think, don't you? Like, you might straight away, your initial thought might be like, whatever, I'm doing this, I know what I'm doing, and then you do stop and think, and you think in your head, you're like, actually, how would that play out? How would that work? And that's the thing, like we said, the tiniest bit of negative criticism, or like, I think this could be done better, could be the one thing that improves you from being like at this level to this level, and it could be 100%. The thing that booms you off in another aspect.
Yeah.
So
definitely,
I fully agree on what you're saying there. Like, negative criticism isn't always a bad thing to have.
As long as people aren't being like, dickheads about it.
Yeah.
As long as it's not mindless, like.
Yeah.
Sometimes where I work, like someone will just be like, "Ah, food tasted shit. Don't want
Or
it."
that pizza's cut shit. Do it again.
Yeah. Wonder who would have done that one.
Yeah, fuck knows, God knows.
But Abby put in chat. I'll try and keep up with chat a bit. Saying, looking at the flip side, like for a person, like one person in Prince to carry out like the inspiration over millions of people, it's like amazing, and how like they can live their dream. And she said that she can imagine Prince's soul looking down and being proud, and also happy that he's able to give like so many people that sort of like hope and belief, like I can do what I want to do.
Yeah, man, that's who said that? That's sick.
That's my other half.
Oh yeah. So, I appreciate that. That's incredible. Yeah, that's a nice. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. Yeah.
I think that's something in music as well. Something you have is like a lot of people obviously say like, you know, oh, what's your music done for people? And I think it always comes down to that, like, I don't care if a million people say they hated this thing. If I know that it's positively affected one person in what they're doing, and even just brightened 100%. Up their day on a shit 100%. Day, like that literally is the best thing. I always, like, going into YouTube, I always said that just the idea of one random person from around the world that I don't know seeing my video and thinking, oh, I enjoyed that was fun to watch, I could put a smile on my face. That is the most rewarding thing you can ever have, and I imagine that's the same for you with your songs.
100%, 100%. It's like not all creative things, but a lot of creative things. Like, it's all the similar sort of thing. Like the similar feeling when something's done, the similar feeling when you do it. You know, the same nerves, like all of it. It's all quite similar, and I think that's what's the best thing about this, because we can relate. You guys can relate to artists, I can relate to directors. It's all one big beautiful family, man, and it's nice. It's a nice feeling, bro. Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, I feel especially at the moment, like with everything that's going on, it is very easy to feel alone. But,
100%.
Like, it's one of those, like, it's so easy to feel alone, but the world is such a big place. Like, there are so many people that will have the same interests as you, and as soon as you connect with those people, like, it will change your life. Like, we've been doing this podcast. We've met so many like amazing people. We've kept in contact with every single person that we've had on this podcast so far. And like, it's just like, I've had this idea. Do you want to hop on and do it with me? And everyone's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, it's so nice to be able to just have like, it's not key at the same time. Like, if someone don't want to do it, they'll be like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I'm busy. And we're like, yeah, fair enough. Like, do what you need to do. But like, it's so nice to have like that sort. It's like a community. I suppose that's what it is. Like,
definitely. I feel that like I've only really been accepting other people in my life, and like I've always felt that it is nice to be alone sometimes, because
100%.
Not all the time, but so everyone needs a little period of being alone, because I think that helps you look at who you are as a person and what you want from life, and no one 100%. Else is affecting what you do. And when you are ready to finally accept people in your life, everything's gravy, mate. Do you know what I mean? So, well, it's a sick, like...
So I was going to say, talking about building communities and such allows us to flick over to the next thing.
Oh,
God, we are the absolute kings of transition. I tell you.
That's quite good. I might have to switch masks quickly, because I'm going to...
Yeah, no worries, man. Absolutely go for it.
Yeah, no worry.
If I can find it,
we'll talk over.
Again, talking about quick transitions, this man's going to do a
quick change live on camera.
Through.
A quick wig change. I think I had my mask here, but I don't know where I put it.
If you want, I can hide the I can hide you. For a second.
It's fine.
Sure.
It's fine.
Right.
Give me. Actually, it's a good idea. Give me like 1 second just to find this mask.
Yeah, you are hidden from the stream. You are.
Am I incognito?
We can hear you, but we can't see you for a second. Yeah.
Do you want me to wait and check for that, or are you 100%?
I should be absolutely 100%. Let me.
I'm drifting my eyes over. Huh?
It's here somewhere.
Yeah, you're not on the stream. Not on the stream.
I just don't know where I put it.
Oh no, you're right. We're all good.
Do you know what?
Look at this. This man searching all over the place.
Yeah, literally like frantically looking for this mask, bro. If I can't find it, then it doesn't matter. I will just improvise.
Sorry to anyone who sees me looking down at the moment. I am actually on my phone, but I'm deleting the questions we've already asked, so I know where we're at.
Yeah, I'm gonna improvise. Hang on, don't put me back on just yet.
Yeah, no worries, Will.
Disposables in, love it.
Try to cut a hole in this, or is that a bit mad?
Completely up to whatever you want to do.
I assume it's because you want to smoke.
Yeah, literally.
100%. Do you know what? I thought to myself, I can even play in. I can even play in like a little. I don't know what they're called.
Grinder.
That's the one. Yeah.
I'm smoking a cigarette, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Matt, I just realised
yeah. 100%, yeah.
There's a massive question I forgot to ask you.
Yeah.
But we can do it whilst you're off camera. If you could perform...
We're good now.
Okay, we're good. Okay. Right. If you could perform with any current artist in the world, who would it be?
That's a brilliant question. Can I pick like a top 3?
Absolutely.
100%.
Is it dead or alive, or?
I'll say alive for now.
I was going to say alive. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I think M Huncho. I'd like to work with M Huncho quite a lot. He's a UK artist.
Don't recognise the name, but okay. It's is it similar sort of like the drill?
No, he's like a UK like. It's like the sort of like drip like wave.
You said Emma.
No, M Huncho. M Huncho is his name.
Oh.
I'll probably work with him.
Emma,
I think he's pretty sick. Him or Heady One probably, because them two are quite sick.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because all of my favourite artists are either dead or from the old periods. Do you know what I mean? So
Do you want us to turn your webcam off whilst you smoke and then just come back?
No, we're good.
Sure.
We're good.
Okay, you're good.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're good.
You're good.
But yeah,
if you can find that hole and smoke, I'll be so impressed.
Yeah, try. It sounds like I've got a bit of a gimp mask, but it's fine. I can handle that. Yeah, that's cool. We're good. All right, back in action.
Awesome.
Back in action.
Right, so there's that one. So we'll flick over then and let us know what is Shrouded Society.
So basically, Shrouded Society is something that I'm starting up where I want to create my own music platform as well as an artist platform, or just like an all-round creative platform for people to have exposure for their work and stuff like that. Because like we've been saying, there's a lot of creatives, but they don't pursue it. So I want to try and nudge people to get to that and what they want to do. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm going to do it for them, but I'll have a platform for people to, expose themselves on, and I'm making this off the back of what I'm doing with Prince Alfie, basically.
Yeah.
And alongside Shrouded Society, I've always been interested in trainers, like my whole life, since I've been a little kid. And I never thought I could do it, but I just thought, fuck it, let's take the plunge. And yeah, it's just like a community, isn't it? Like but I also sell trainers because
I thought I'm going to interrupt you quick because I think this is important for you to know. Someone we know in chat called Sam has just said, if you do set fire to anything, he does have you covered. He is a fireman. He is a fireman.
We do actually have a fireman, Sam, in chat. So yeah.
No, mate, trust Sam creates heat, but he ain't a fireman, innit? It's like there's a bar, there's a sick guy. It's like what is it? Spray it on a beat that's made by Sam, and he creates heat and fire, man. Yeah, that's the one.
Mate, that is being clipped so hard because that is like that's something I'll never comprehend as someone who's got such like a rubbish mind for this sort of stuff. Like how you just that feathers off so quickly. Like,
mate, this is turning out a lot more difficult than I thought.
I did tell you it would go this way. We can turn your camera off if you just want to like.
Yeah, go on. Just for this.
Yeah, no worries.
It is a podcast at the end of the day, so it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We've still got your voice in. So
are we off?
Yeah, we're off. All
right. Yeah, cool. Sorry. Let's carry on with that.
Yeah, no worries.
So Shrouded Society is like, I don't know. It's just I'm not trying to be too pretentious with it, but like, I don't know. I just think it's the next step from making music. Do you know what I mean? I want to have some sort of thing of my own to, I want to do something not for the community, but like, I don't want it to just be my thing. I want everyone to jump on it because it's sick. Like I said, I want people to be on what I'm on because what I like is sick. And like what you guys like is sick. You know what I'm saying? To you, it's the best. And to me, it's the same. So I just want people to jump on the wave, man. Like, just take the plunge, innit? Like, just fucking pursue your dreams. Like,
it's something that me and you messaged about, wasn't it? Because me and Ed have spoken in the past about we want to be able to do something for, like, content creators. And I've always been interested in the idea using even little things like Discord and stuff, like, as a small community for content creators and YouTube and whatnot, like, for people to come together so that it can be like, right, we want to do a collaborative video with someone, but we're not sure how to do it, or, giving each other advice and help each other out. And I messaged you about that, about saying, like, if you when we get that started, or being that we'll invite you to the Discord or whatever, and you said like, this is kind of what I'm doing, this is what I'm creating. So it's definitely something like me and Ed have behind our heart is, and I think something we've got from working together on the podcast is like, being able to work with other people is so interesting. From having our guests on, like and yourself and such, it's so interesting to get different people's opinions, different people's views, hear what different people have to say about things. Like, so what you're doing, we definitely have a lot of admiration for. And you're right, I've found out, I know how to do what I'm doing now when I've got a good footing in it. What can I do to be a voice and to help out for people who want to do the same, and almost not just be like, right, I'm going to put out a tweet or something saying, if you want to do well, this is what you do. But someone being able to be part of that group with other people around you and being like, I've got this idea, how do I go around doing that?
Yeah, it sort of just like brings everyone together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
hey,
it.
I want to do this, I can help you, and it just like points people in the right direction for help.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
That is it. Because I've always thought, if someone's got it in them to do something creative, then they need to be pushed, man, because the world is I feel that society and culture and all of that stuff, it's all based off the foundation of creativity. And like, yeah, man, it's powerful, bro. Like, music like influences culture so much, like art, fashion, YouTube, but I'm not, because that's the world we're living in now. Like, maybe not 20 years ago, but now, I think 20 years in the future, we're going to be talking about YouTube and social media and the history books. Do you know what I mean? This shit's all important, bruv. It's creative. It's what people fucking listen to when they're on a train, or like, if you're 100%. Me, I listen to a lot of podcasts when I'm on the loo. Like, it's just, it's
has to be done.
Yeah, like, it's nice, it helps. So, yeah.
So obviously, what you're saying there about Shrouded Society, it's not just for music and such, it's for everyone within a creative community to be able to come together, and it's literally a whole creative community.
Yeah, it's an exposure platform for any form of creative. It mainly at the moment it's just music and art, but I'd quite like to never have limits, man. I would like to branch out and try and incorporate other things with it too. But I'm looking
forward to my free Air Force Ones. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Come on, bro. Get the Midnight Club podcast Air Force Ones.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
That would be pretty sick. To be fair.
This is something else. Going back to the music side of things a bit more directly, that I think we're like. We jokingly said to each other, and I was like, no, we need to do this at some point. Like, we obviously eventually we want like a jingle or something for the podcast, but
100%.
Like, to get you on doing like a Midnight Club podcast, like just a bit for us would be like,
yeah, I'd do that. I'd be up for that. Yeah, I'd be like,
so
sick. Yo, it's Prince Alfie, tuned into the Midnight Club podcast.
It's sort of like being like, hey, I'm Drake, you're listening to Kiss FM.
Yeah. Like Vice City something. This is DJ Smooth, listening to Smooth Radio.
Like the old GTA radios in the cars, isn't it?
Yeah. Man, big up GTA as well. Big up GTA.
So you said you're the creator of Shrouded Society. Are you like sole creator? Did you sort of come up with the idea?
It's me. It's basically all. I'm not like trying to be like, but it's. Yeah, I created it all. Like, because I was trying to think of the next step from music, obviously, and it was because I'm easily influenced by people around me. So I'm saying, why you got to surround yourself with positive people, and obviously I was working
from
with
knowing
Sam.
you, I know that's very true.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, because look at the people I was hanging around with, and look at who the person I was. But anyway,
I did tell you that. May I say, 4 or 5 years ago, I did tell you that.
I know.
I said you got to get rid of these people. Like, the people you're hanging around with bring you down.
I could say I eventually listened to you. It just took me a while.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
there's a certain name I won't mention, but getting away from that certain person has helped you a lot.
Trust me. Oh, my days. Let's not go there.
Let's not. No.
But like, anyway, like what I was saying about Shrouded Society is like, I don't know, the people I was surrounding myself with, so like Sam, for example, Alex, and a few other people in my personal life, like, they really helped me just look at things as a bigger picture. So I I don't know, man. I just thought, like, why not? Let's just go for it. So, like, I've always been in. Do you know where the name comes from, actually?
No, so yeah, this was kind of a question we would forward with this, but yeah, how did it all sort of start out?
So, like, the name, basically, I don't like. I've always thought, like, you know, if I'm starting like a group, I want it to be like the community or the, you know, the family or something like that. But originally, it was going to be called Masked Society.
Oh, okay.
And I was chatting to Sam about it, innit? And like we came to the conclusion that say Masked Society.
Masks. Oh, it's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it? So I just thought, all right, let's see what else I can come up with. So then I thought of an alliteration. This sounds better. So Shrouded Society, because I wanted something that was like similar to Masked, because I wear a mask. But I didn't want it to be too much about my music. Like, it's a little bit inspired by it. But I always like the idea of like a Nazgul looking guy as the logo. Yeah. So there was this bro on Fiverr I linked up with, and you made the logo. So I'm saying, man, big up Fiverr. Man,
yeah, I'll always defend that. Big up
you love Fiverr.
Is unbelievable.
If you're not on Fiverr, then and this is free promo for Fiverr. We ain't getting paid to say this, but
I wish
Fiverr's
true.
Ed already know what's coming, but Fiverr, if you'd like to sponsor the Midnight Club podcast, you're more than welcome to. One every stream.
Big up Fiverr. But the logo, like, oh shit, what's happening?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Good.
Someone's light keeps coming on.
Oh god. I need to come down there.
Last time their light. Last time their light came on. This is my neighbours and being nosy. Last time their light came on, they were having like some big fat domestic. Like there's a police turned up.
I'll walk down. I'll be there in 20 seconds.
You ready? You ready for story time with Ed? Because I don't mind saying this because no one knows where I live.
Fine.
So this was like one of the first few days that Abby moved in, and like we were sat in the lounge and we could hear like screaming, like a woman screaming.
Oh god!
And I was like, it's probably the neighbours messing about because they're always messing about and like making noise and like screaming. And it happened again, and I was like, shit. Abby was like, I'm gonna go and check. Bear in mind, at this point, she was like 6-7 months pregnant.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I know what Abby's like. I can imagine her going storming over.
Yeah. And then she comes back in the house and she goes, Ed, I need you to come here. And I was thinking, shit, there's gonna be some woman at the bottom of my drive who's been like beaten up or something like, and I'm gonna have to go out and like slippers and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I was in my dressing gown, my dick was out, you know, like I was in no position.
Helicopter, like.
And then she just went, shh, and you could like hear this bloke like fully screaming at this woman, and she was like, help, and all this, and like we were like, what's going on? So we rang the police, and then like literally like she was on the phone to the police, and we just saw a police car come past with its lights on anyway, like pull up there, and we were like, oh.
Wow,
but it probably didn't help because there was a big house spider on the wall up by Abby.
Yeah.
Don't do spiders. Hate them.
Same.
Whacked my slipper off. Just banged it one, and it made Abby jump. So she went, ah! So they've obviously just heard me be like,
that's a joke.
Ah!
Oh,
I was like,
I'm thinking you like
no.
or something. Wow.
Yeah, Abby was like, oh, sorry, my partner's just killed a spider. So I was like, don't come here.
Oh, mate.
But nah, I just nosing just in case I got to ring out the police again.
Yeah,
not having that. Not having that.
No,
that's jokes though. You need to back out the slipper anytime.
Nah. I don't even have my slippers here. I'd have to go out barefoot.
He's got noise sensors on his slippers now, just in case.
You have to use the twister cock that he was going to use before.
I take my little lights out and be like, hello.
Put them on top of your car. Nino.
Yeah.
Right, sorry, we can get back on topic now.
We changed it off a bit. Like, so obviously you said like that's why you made Shrouded Society. How long has it been a thing in your head? How long has Shrouded Society existed?
Quite a long time. Like,
That's a cracking question.
Quite a long time. Yeah. So I think it's always been there, but I just didn't really know until I actually sat down and figured it out.
Yeah.
Like.
So my new question.
Oh, go on. Yeah.
Why the custom Air Forces?
Because I've always rated Air Force Ones. Like Air Force Ones are the main crap I've worn all my life. Like even when I was going through Prince days.
They are a good shoe.
I wear them to work. I used to wear them as school trainers. Like, I used to wear them all the time. Like for any occasion, like white or black. You know, if it's a formal occasion, I'll wear black Air Force. If it's, you know, a saucy education. If it's a saucy, you know, situation, I'll probably wear like, I don't know, some custom ones or something. But I know that everyone rates Air Force, like no matter what, you know. Where's my mask? Yeah, I need to get my mask back on. But where did I put that? Fuck's sake. But yeah, no, everyone has Air Force Ones, like, you know, throughout all different cultures, and yeah, just who doesn't want a pair of that custom Air Force, man? Do you know what I'm saying? Right?
True.
You know, it's a good thing to do.
I want a custom Dragon Ball one.
How did you like realize? So I'm assuming, do you customize them yourself, like fully?
Yeah. Basically, the process to it is.
Do you have those pens?
No. I'll show you what I have once I find my mask.
Okay, no worries.
But basically, it's like there's a process to it. So you get the shoe, you rub it all off with sandpaper and acetone, which is like nail polish remover.
Yeah.
And what happens is like that takes off the factory finish like of the shoe.
Yeah.
And once that's off, I map out the design like with a pencil first, and then after that I get.
Sorry, just so everyone knows, we're just watching this man walk around his room, like desperately trying to find this mask. He's just had a massive celebration as he's found it. It just caught me off guard.
Alright, so now we're back in action. Can you hear me alright?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'm ready to be back on the stream.
You happy for me to? Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah,
there he is. Right.
Well, yeah, so basically the paint I use, so I'll go back to what I was saying, like, you rub off the factory finish with sandpaper and acetone. And once you've done that, the only paint that I would really recommend for doing it is Angelus brand. It's like the best paint for it. It's like strictly leather paint, and like it's basically this stuff. I've got all the different paints, so it's like Angelus paint.
Yeah.
And that is what I put on, but you have to apply it in thin layers.
Okay.
So like bit by bit each time. So like I'll show you a pair I'm working on, or this pair that I did basically. So like,
oh man,
what it is like you apply it on thin layers each time, and you put like masking tape around the bits you don't want and all that shit. Each shoe takes about 5 to 6 hours to finish, like from prep to coating finish on. And then I put that says Shrouded Society, basically.
Oh, okay.
And then what I use at the end is it's matte acrylic finish, and like that.
Yeah.
It gives it a gloss, and it also like makes it last. So like these will last like however fucking long you want. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like it's basically because I've rubbed everything off with sandpaper. Yeah. For like half an hour on each shoe, then acetone half an hour on each shoe, and then. You know, then I put the finish on top, and then, bruv, you've got your bit. With the crepes that I sell, each box contains the crepes. Obviously, you get a pair of crease guards, which are fully 120%.
Yeah, I bought some Jordans the other week, and I got them. With it.
Are they the ones where you've got? If I say that's the shoe, it's
literally them.
So like, right, yeah, and it stops.
You're supposed to put them under your sole, aren't you?
Up, isn't it?
It's like, yeah, you push it. You basically just push it in the shoe. Yeah. Like you put it in there, basically, and then it's calm, and then you don't get creases because, bruv, when Air Force, I'm sorry to say this to people that probably have broke up creased Air Force, but you need to dash them in the bin, man, because they're just, I'm sorry.
I couldn't be bothered to put my crease guards in.
You need to get crease guards, and they need to stay in, man. They have to stay in. I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. So that's why everyone gets a free pair, because I can't see people creasing their Air Force, man. And also you get a special mystery gift, which depends on the crap. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, with these, they got like a cow key ring.
Okay.
It's pretty sick.
Obviously the Peppa Pig ones I just did, there was like a massive Peppa Pig toy.
Jeez.
I've got these Star Wars ones I'm doing for a Darth Vader like soft toy. Yeah, like that's the sort of thing I'm doing with it basically, and it's like I write like a haiku in the box and shit. Like,
a haiku is a Japanese poem, in case you don't know, Jack.
It's 575, isn't it? The syllables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just checking that you.
This man knows his English. It was one of the subjects I was actually alright at. I knew how to bullshit in an essay. How did you? So, two questions in one. How did you first realise you could do this? With the shoes, and have you always been?
This man's gonna say I googled it.
Have you always been quite artistic, or have you always like been into art?
I was shit. I've never been into art. Take art as a GCSE, but that's because I had like a thing for like the teachers. Like, yeah.
Where we went, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like basically, I've always had this belief, and it's gonna sound mad pretentious, but nothing's impossible until it's proven otherwise. That's my full belief system. Like nothing is impossible until it's been proven to me that I cannot do it. So I literally believe that about anything I do. Like until I'm shown I can't do it, I can do it. Yeah. So I just fucking did it. Like, I'd watch some YouTube videos.
Do a backflip.
Yeah, well, I'll try. I'm not doing it now. I haven't got the space. But like, yeah, you know, it's
one of the content.
I just did it, and it's, you know, it's been trial and error. Like compared to the first pair I did to the pair I just did, it's big improvements, man. Because you'll always start something shit. You'll always start. It's like a computer game. Oh, yeah. That's what life's like. You always start at level 1 tutorial. Like it's your shit. You don't know what you're doing. And you build it up and up and up, and you might die a few times and fall back, but you're only going to go up, man. So
I mean, that's completely what our industry on like Twitch, YouTube, podcasts, and that's exactly what it's been like with us. Like you start off something and you're kind of not doubting yourself, but you're thinking, oh God, how's this going to go? Blah, blah. And then you get to a point where you're like, right, I know how it was last time. Let's improve it that one step more. Let's keep doing that better. And
literally.
Yeah, it's an interesting one for you to go down there. Like, what? I guess you said you always had the interest in Air Force Ones, but like, what was you thinking in your head? Like, at what point did you go like, I love Air Force Ones, I'm going to customize them? Was there something that you saw that made you want to, or?
That's a good question. I don't really. I think because this, like, once again, it's going to sound mad, but my mum showed me this notepad that I did when I was a kid. I used to draw mad shit, like, you know, when you draw shit when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Like. But there was a pair of shoes, isn't it? Like with like stars on them and stuff like that. And I've just always like looked at them and like seen them on Instagram and shit like that. And I've just been like, yeah, they're sick. I would love to have a pair. I'd love to be able to do that. And like, because I started studying business, innit? And like in my own time, like last year. But I sort of, but anyway, I learned a lot from doing that, self-teaching, like myself, business. And I thought, because of this music stuff, that's a business. So with the following I build up from that, Shroud of Society will then incorporate with that, and then I'll be able to also, you know, make some peas, you know what I'm saying? and also give people something cool that I like, because I like doing creative things, man. I'd love to do everything creative if I could, man. You know what I mean? Like, I've tried it, you know, I was in doing the Prince stuff, the Prince tribute bands and all of that, man. Like, I'm happy to say that I did that, you know what I mean? Like, I'll try anything, man, and it's good fun. I've always liked trainers. I've always liked being creative and trying to make money out here. So it all works. It all comes in together. You know what I mean?
That's the thing again. As long as you're doing what you kind of enjoy in doing, then that's all that really matters, isn't it? Like,
until it feels like a chore, keep doing it as well. Obviously.
Yeah. Literally. That's right.
Do you have any like favorite artists, and not like music artists, but something like physical artists? Like I really like Cause. I don't know if you know Cause. I like
Henri Matisse, obviously. Big up Matisse. Like I'm not even trying to like make jokes out here, but like Matisse.
Yeah.
I like. Obviously, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but is it Van Gogh or Van Gogh?
I'd
say Van Gogh.
I've always known it's Van Gogh, but yeah.
There you go. I
like a lot of like pop art as well. I like a lot of
Andy Warhol.
You know, that sort of stuff. You know, I'm
Andy Warhol.
But and also like I feel that my stuff is all based off of music. Like even the shoes and that. Like it's all, I don't know. I listen like, for me, the artists that inspire me the most, obviously Prince. Bob Dylan, I find incredibly inspirational.
I love it.
Only one album though. The times they are changing.
Oh,
That whole album, to me, it's very important to me. I also really like James Brown. I listen to a lot of Marvin Gaye.
That's Marvin Gaye and Gaye.
And what's his name? What's his name?
I don't know.
Billy Ocean. I rate
Yeah.
Billy Ocean. Yeah.
I'm going to be a pain quick, Alfie. I think one of your headphones has gone inside your mask.
Oh, is it?
And, like, every time you move, it's like making like a crackling noise. I don't know which one it was.
How's that now?
That's the
yeah, it's much better. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. How, was it going on for quite a long time?
Not really.
A couple of minutes tops. It wasn't too long.
I thought I'd nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you definitely then your music taste is like pre-ages yourself for the most part. You got a big range, but a lot of your big inspiration pre-ranges you pre-ages yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Like I've always loved music, and like I just and because I was brought up on a lot of urban music, like rap and hip hop, and and then as I've got older, I discovered that other music for myself through meeting different people and all of that, and I just love all of it, man. Like I could sit and I can go from listening to Tupac to fucking Tina Turner, do you know what I'm saying? And
I'm like that.
vibe. Yeah, innit? And it's just, I do rate Bob Dylan a lot, man. Like he's not the best singer at all, but his lyrics, oh my god.
What the songs mean and what they're referencing, like I've always been a massive Rolling Stones fan, and theirs is the same. Like the actual meaning behind what their songs are at the time they came out and stuff is like,
deep shit.
Yeah, and especially I think that those were sort of the times as well where, because things like on songs on the radio were getting censored, people were starting to realise how, like, learning how to start doing metaphors and more like the hidden meanings of what a sentence means. Which is now completely, again, when you push forwards to like modern day rap, and you've got like these really impressive bars that you are realising have got so many meanings, and again you can kind of date it back to these, like, I'd say like 60s, 70s era songs during, like, Cold War, Vietnam War and such, where like it was how they got around censoring what they're actually meaning. So it's interesting to see those links, I think.
Definitely. I think that music is so important to culture as well as art and fashion and all of that, is because it's just throughout each age and each generation there's always a different type of music, different genres, and when you listen back to it you can hear the history, because back then people didn't have phones, technology like we have today. That's why I feel that music now isn't as good, or it's just changed because how we take things in, because we have everything in front of us, man. There's no hard work to get to what it is, but it's easy to become a musician now. It's easy to do this, easy to do that, because it's all in front of us, you know what I mean? You can get it all on your computer, watch videos. Back then you had to really, really have talent to go far, and that's why the music quality was so good. But now but that's just how it is now, because everyone's like it, and that's the generation we live in now. And it's sad because to think that 30, 40 years ago we were all living absolutely fine without all this technology, and now all of a sudden we can't live without it. And I'm guilty of it too. I can't say I'm not a part of it. I can't live without my fucking phone. But I hate it. I hate it.
Same,
you know what I mean?
You feel naked without it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Like, I always think, like, there was a time a few months ago, like, mentally I wasn't in a great space, and I was like, I'm going to just sell my phone. I'm going to sell my phone. I'm just going to buy like normal, like, old Nokia brick thing. If people need me, they can ring or text me, and that's that. Like, because you spend, I waste so much of my life, like, on YouTube, and I know obviously watch the podcast. Don't worry about what I just said. But like Twitter, Facebook, like all that. Like, I waste so much time just like, and I'm like, what have I got from that time?
Yeah.
But have you got like a notepad or anything on you, Alfie?
Yeah, I've got like a drawer full of notepads. Hang on.
There's a TV show, right, that I think you'll really like. It's really weird, but it's the sort of thing that, like, I think you'll enjoy.
Oh God.
Do you like Noel Fielding?
Oh. Message it to me.
I'll message it to you.
Are you about
do you like Noel Fielding?
Are you about to say the Mighty Boosh?
No, I was going to say the luxury comedy.
He's an IT crowd as well. I was thinking in it.
Yeah.
Was it Richmond?
He's got like his own, like, he's got his own series thing called Luxury Comedy.
Yeah.
It's so, like, it's the most Noel Fielding thing you'll ever see. You have no idea what's going on, but at the same time, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's worth a watch.
Just send it to me.
Luxury comedy. I'll tell you what.
Whack it in
I'll
the
type it to
Discord
you. Hold
chat
on.
or something.
Yeah. I've sent it to you. There you go.
I've been watching like Cobra Kai. I've watched all of Cobra Kai.
I started watching that about a month and a half ago. So my problem is because obviously being Netflix, our Netflix is in our main room in where we live. But all my spare time I sit down. I need to download Netflix on my PC really. Like all my spare time's in this room in the editing room and stuff. So
I see.
I need to do it. But loads of people have like gone on about how good Cobra Kai is.
Mighty Boosh, yeah.
It's very good. It's very good. Like it's just sick because they carry on like the Karate Kid basically with the same actors and like new modern take on it. It's not shit. It's cheesy, but with a modern take. It's good.
I mean, cheesy's good sometimes. Sometimes you're in the mood for cheesy.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes it hits the right place.
It does.
Talking about stuff like you watching Cobra Kai and stuff like, obviously everything that we spoke about today, it sounds like there's so much fucking stuff that you're doing at any given point.
Yeah.
Between Shrouded Society, the Air Forces, the music. You obviously mentioned about you work and such. Like, how much time is spent on all of that together, and how much time do you actually just get to yourself? Like,
how much time is there for Alfie?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I never really stopped to think about it because.
Oh God, we've ruined him. I'm sorry.
Go mode.
Oh,
my brain's gonna explode now. I never really stopped to think about it because I've been on this pursue mode for so long that it's just become a part of me now. And like, I do relax, but like,
I think that's a good trait to have, though. I think it's good to be able to be like, right, I'm being lazy. Let's push myself. Like, it goes on.
Because I knew that I used to be not necessarily a bad person, but I knew that I wasn't the best I could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like that.
Yeah, I want to I literally look at life as a computer game, man. I'm trying to get to the fucking boss level to smash that. You know what I mean? What's it? What is
Knock Drake out in a boxing ring.
Is it platinum trophy?
Yeah.
Is that I'm trying to get platinum. I'm trying to get platinum. Yeah, I'm trying to get platinum. You know, I'm trying to get #1 rank.
So I'll go back to music quick for a question. Do you think you'll always stick with the genre of music that you're making now?
Definitely not. No, definitely not. 100% not. Like the stuff I'm working on at the minute is very much what I've been putting out. But I wanna like without saying too much about the future. Like I'm trying to stay versatile in what I do.
Yeah.
Like
you want to explore all avenues.
Yeah, and like I just feel that from a business point of view, the stuff I'm doing right now to start off with is a good starting point.
Yeah.
Just because I don't necessarily come from that. Well, like it is what it is. But this is the thing. This is the thing. Like when you listen to my music, like I know as much as the music I'm doing is drill music and stuff like that. It's like I don't live a life where I'm out stabbing bras and selling drugs and all of this shit. I don't do that. So when people on the outside looking in look at me and think that's what I do, they instantly will think that's what I do and talk about. In my music, there's none of that. Like everything I say in my lyrics is what I do because I'm not trying to be someone I'm not.
Pop to Tesco's to buy some noodles.
Yeah, man. Like I do. I spit about what I do because you have to be true to yourself, bro. You can't be fake. You know what I mean? Because it's you're putting yourself out in the public eye, man. And like, people that don't listen to my music or they might like listen to a bit, they might think, oh, this guy's trying to be hard, rah rah rah. I don't chat about stabbing bros. I don't chat about selling drugs. I don't chat about, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't do that. But with drill music, that's what that is. All drill music is just that shit, and it's very repetitive. And for me, I know drill music is popular at the moment, and I grew up on grime culture and UK culture, and like it's similar. It's just a new thing, and like I know that I can adapt my flow to that, and it's good to start with that because it's and then. I just want to do something different with it and be myself with it. I don't stab breads. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't do that. I'm not trying to be someone I'm not. I'm just trying to do something creative with drill because I don't think it's very creative because literally a lot of the songs are chef man down, sell this, sell that, Pyrex bowl. Like it's woy. It's just
Is it more like you wouldn't see yourself as a drill artist, but it's more like you have the emotions you want to convey, and you know the sound of drill, and that's what you could put it to.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't call myself a drill artist at all.
Yeah.
I spit at the moment, right now in the Prince Alfie career, I spit on drill beats.
Yeah.
I just rap on drill beats.
Just because that's what you know, what you hear, and
it's just what I want to do at the minute. That's what it is.
I think, in a sense, we've been speaking a lot of like you seeing this as like a business sense. You're sort of like we were talking about algorithms and stuff. You're like going, right, this is at the top. How can I make that mine?
Mm-hmm.
So like you're grabbing the top dog, but you're pulling it to where you want it to be, rather than being like, this is all I'm gonna do. This is me. This is my this is all I'm doing. But like you just want to move with what's like flowing to get your name out.
You're not hanging onto its coattails, but you're making it yours.
Yeah, that's it. Like I just want to make a name for myself with what I do. So I'm trying to be creative with what I do. It's hard to with the genre that I'm doing at the minute, but it's what you'll see. But like, it's just after this thing there'll be different doors and ways I want to go, and because I feel that especially working with Sam, like because he's a very versatile producer. Like he's not just he doesn't even. He makes all kind of beats in it, like from rap, drill, soul, fucking all sorts of sick stuff. And I know that if I continue to work with him and we continue to work together, then it's a trusting partnership, bro.
Yeah.
Good things will come of
I
that.
just want to check I've got the right person. Does he live locally?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know who you mean.
I think I know who.
Sam Sweet. It's Sam Thomas. Samuel Thomas.
Yeah.
That's Sam Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking.
I know who you mean. Like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Really solid guy. Really nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's sick. Trust me, and he's gonna go places, man. Trust me, like it's good. We're all gonna go places, man.
Him
and his brother come into the cinema that I work at quite a lot. Obviously when we're open. So.
Do you work at that cinema?
Yeah.
The one. Yes, that's sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
When's that open again? So I tried to book tickets today.
Hopefully May the 17th. We haven't got any, like the big boss hasn't got to us on any opening dates yet. So it's going to be a matter of like a week or so before that I think we're going to find out what's going on. But hopefully May the 17th.
Yeah, gas, because I want to go. I love cinema, man. I used to.
Yeah, cinema's great, right?
Yeah, great.
It's honestly like going to the cinema. Oh, I miss it. It's such an experience. Just sat there with your crisps. Like,
It's great.
Watching a film I don't give two shits about. I just went for the food, and then you took away the food I loved.
It's good, and that cinema as well. It's cheap. It's very cheap.
Oh yeah.
I love it. It's great.
It's great.
Outside of obviously, like you said, the limitations to what you're doing in music and stuff. What would you say has been your biggest issue or the thing you've missed most due to COVID?
I think just
good question.
To be able to two things really. One being the fact that I can't go back to London to see my friends and family.
Yeah, I bet that's quite shit.
Yeah, but like the other thing is that all the dojos shut basically because I only just got into martial arts before.
Yeah, I've seen you doing your nunchuck stuff.
Yeah, because like there's no dojos open, innit? So like I have to basically I just carried on self-teaching from what I did learn from the few months that I went before lockdown happened.
Yeah.
And but now they're sort of reopening. Like there's the JKA is the Japanese Karate Association. They're based somewhere basically, and it's on a beach and. Yeah, like we're gonna go there. It's every Monday and Wednesday, so I'm getting back into it because it's not like look at me, I do martial arts. Like it's not a fighting thing for me. It's more the discipline side of things.
Yeah.
There's the culture side of it. You know, it taught me a lot about how to not be, but it's just you can take it quite deeply. Take it as you want to when you're there, but I take things quite deeply. So I'm on this like Bushido thing, and that's not even me as Prince Alfie, it's me in general. Like I'm on this Bushido thing where 7 virtues I follow, which are on I can't name off the top of my head, but
getting into martial arts and like combat sports is it's humbling in the way of thinking like. You can be, I think, anyone, and it's quite a toxic masculinity thing, but you can think, like, there's always that line of, I could take him. When you get into it, and you're like, yeah, I'm decent at this, I can do this, but it's like you get a respect for the hard work that goes in behind it. It is quite good in the way it's humbling. It is. I think it's such a mentally benefiting thing to get into. So I last year started doing. It's more for fitness, but got into boxing at one of our local boxing. I won't obviously name which one it is, but
Yeah.
That's the EdwardJg boxing camp.
yeah, that's the one. But
The Charlotte
yeah.
Society gym.
The main thing that I saw was just like, other than like the health and fitness benefits, obviously, that come with it, it was sort of the outright respect for what actually happens there. It's not just a bunch of guys going there that are looking at you like, oh, I could beat you up, or you're looking like, oh, I reckon I could beat you. It's not that at all. It's like having a family unit in there.
Literally, it is.
And,
it's like another kid. It's nice. Yeah, everyone has respect for each other and stuff like that. Like it is really good. Like I feel that especially with dojos and with the Japanese sort of mindset, it's powerful, man. Especially if you get yourself into the zone there, and it's easy to because there's a certain formality you have to stick to.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I just learned a lot, and I think the greatest thing was the first sensei I had. He taught me that he has as much to learn from me as I have to learn from him. And he's like the master of fucking fourth black belt Dan, you know what I'm saying? He's telling me that he's learning from me, bro. Day one, not even got my gi, like, changed my life, mate, and it really humbled me, man. And ever since then, I'm on the righteous path, bro. I have to be.
I think there's a massive, like, stigma around, like, oh, you have to earn respect. Like, I think doing stuff like that like knocks you down a peg, and you're like, do you know what? Everyone deserves respect until proven otherwise. Rather than you
definitely
need to earn my respect.
100%, and I think you have to respect yourself as well.
Yes,
that's a big
100%. Yeah,
part. That's an important part.
There should be like a base level of respect everyone should have for each other, and then you can build on that, and you can respect someone. You can respect one person more than another person, but still have respect for that other person. I think that's the important thing. Like.
Definitely. Yeah. It's how you build healthy relationships with people, and
so many people lose respect for themselves, and like you see like so many people who are doing well drag their name through the dirt because they've just lost all like touch with themselves to be like, oh, do you know what? I respect myself. I'm going to do this for me. Just drag their name through the dirt.
Yeah, literally.
So that definitely comes across in sort of who you are. Like even just messaging you, obviously sorting this out. Like there's not a bad or let's say like dull message from you. Everything's so positive. It's like everything that's been said is like, and not in a yes man way, but in the way of like, you know, like it's like an excitement for life and excitement for what can be coming from stuff, which really came over and like chatting to you now and just talking to you for a message. It showed.
Yeah.
So I think that's something
I'm glad you see that. I'm glad you see that because it's important. It's important. Like, and the thing is, that's just me. Like, I'm not even like trying to be pretend or anything. It's like, thank you. Like, I appreciate it's kind words, but like, I feel that you have to, you know, if someone's bigging you up and taking time out of their day to show you appreciation for something, then that's sick because you've given your time up for someone, man. And I would always give that time back to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not the best at starting it. But if anyone ever, you know what I'm saying, I will always be nice to people who are nice to me.
Yeah.
That's just the rule of life, isn't it? You know what I mean? You have to support everyone.
Sam said sorry.
Go on, yeah, that's fine.
I was just going to read Sam's message in chat. Sam said, being a black belt third Dan, I don't know what that means. You realise quickly how the lower grades look up to you, and it's no place for hotheads, really. Once you black belt, you begin in training to also be able to start your own gym, and it humbles you quickly, and you gain more respect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. And like, I feel that, especially with senseis in martial arts, and that you get a lot of dickhead ones. Don't get me wrong, but the best type of ones are the ones who have built up. The reason why you get into martial arts, they start from the bottom and build up, and like, it's nothing to do with fighting. It's nothing to do about being hard. It's nothing to do about, you know, who's the sickest. It's all about the mindset, man. Because martial arts is in here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's in here, man. It's not here. It's in here, man. Like, literally, I'm there. But yeah, man, it's just sick, man. You do get a lot of dickheads like in everywhere you go, bro.
Well, yeah, that's just life. I'm afraid.
That's the thing. Like every group can be fucking fantastic 99.9% of the time. There's always going to be someone or some little group of people that can ruin it. But I think it's important to try and hold on to the fact that, like, whatever experience you have with a person or people that may be acting like they're part of a bigger group, they're not normally they're not the voice of that bigger group. They're just themselves being dickheads. Like,
yeah, bro, 100%. There's too many people pleasers, and there's too many people that aren't comfortable in their own skin.
Yeah.
So they have to throw
never
out
had
their
that problem.
toxicity at other people because they're insecure, man. Their own insecurities eat them, so they have to fuck it. It's negative, man. I have no negativity around me, man. It fucks with me, bro. I can't.
Yeah, this man does not watch the news.
Yeah, no, I really don't.
oh mate, no.
Nah, 100%.
It's all bollocks, mate. It's all. I'm sorry. Like, I know, obviously, it's not, but like every single news
Good
company
news doesn't
is run
sell.
by a different person, and like I'm not even getting into that one. But yeah,
Good news
We'll do
doesn't
that
sell.
often,
Just
man.
leave it at that.
Yeah.
We're
Well, Kinder
we're
Bueno,
coming
or
sort of towards the nearing the end of sort of our normal podcasting time. So
Yeah,
I think
man.
we've got one last sort of major question that we want to ask you, and then whilst we're doing this, guys, anyone who is watching, if you do want to put any questions in for Prince Alfie himself, please start putting them in, and then we'll come back and we'll start asking him after we've gone through this one. But I guess
I'd be happy to answer those.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, man. Yeah, our last major question, really, and obviously I know you can't go into too much detail on some of the definite plans that you've got coming, but what, if we were to say, like, in a year's time or in 2 years' time, where would you like to be? What would you like to have grown, and in what way? Like, what's your idea in a year and then 2 years?
Do you know what? First and foremost, before anything else, I just want to be in a position where I'm happy, stress-free, and I've got
100%.
love,
Yeah.
and I've got support, and that's where I want to be in a year's time.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'd like to have grown the shrouded society. I'd like to meet a lot more creatives. I'd like to meet a lot more, people with like-minded minds as myself. I'd like to spread the message, all of that. I'd like to have dropped a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that big thing to, cause a lot of hype, I'd like for that to happen. I just want to carry on building the connections I have, just carrying on the movement, and I just want to share it with everybody, bro. I don't know where it's going to take me. I don't know what's going to happen. It's all just, I'm winging it, man. But I'm enjoying it so far. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
going to be the first to say, by the way, if that big thing doesn't go exactly how you imagine it, don't give up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes
I feel like it doesn't need
sometimes
to be
you put,
said,
like,
but it always needs to be said, doesn't it? Like, you
it
always
always
need
needs to
people
be
to
said.
say it
100%.
to you, but yeah.
It's
You've always
good
been
to
one
hear.
to dust yourself off, so you've got my belief. I believe in you.
Bro. Thank you, bro. We'll go through this together, bro. Trust me. If one of us makes it, we all make it, bro. And that's how it is. One of us makes
100%.
it, we all make it.
I
That's
think
it.
with what we've already seen you do, the things that you want to plan, you want to go ahead with and whatnot, like, we know it can happen. There's no doubt that you are gonna at some point be able to succeed in what you're doing.
That's the goal, man.
I think that's definitely something that we can all say from seeing what you've done so far. Like,
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you, bro. Yeah.
The work and effort's definitely been put into it. So
Yeah, man. It's the love as well.
Do you know what I'm
There's a lot of
really
love
excited
into it.
for?
As much as it's negative music, there's a lot of love behind it, man. Trust me.
Yeah.
There's a lot. But yeah, sorry, what was you saying, man?
We have a segment on the show called Tune of the Week. It's basically a song that you've been listening to in the week and that you want to give like a little shout out to, just let the people know.
Yeah.
What? If you want to go last, have a minute to think about it. That's fine. Or unless blurt it out.
Let me have a think.
It can be a current tune. It can be something like from the past.
Well, mine is old school.
Yeah.
This week I've gone with a bit of Frank Sinatra, My Way.
Oh,
there you go.
It's a tune.
It's a tune. That's a tune.
Good song.
Yeah.
That's been getting me going this week a bit.
That's a tune.
Oh, he's got the eyes for it. Oh, he had me.
Yeah, he's got the eyes. He's got the handshake.
The microphone as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just hit me.
You made that one difficult for me actually, because the obvious song that I've listened to a lot this week, going back again, is Hate, and that's not even a lie. Like I've that's been playing, like, where I've been So when I'm editing or I'm doing background stuff for the streams, obviously a lot of the time I have like, it'll be a stream, it'll be a podcast, it'll be something in the background, just to keep me sane while I'm doing whatever I'm doing. And Hate has
100%.
been in my playlist constantly coming through, so definitely there.
Glad. Yeah,
I think
good man. Thank you, bro.
if I was to pick a song that wasn't directly, just let something else, I think I'd have to say Deltron 3000 by Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Which,
Never heard of it.
oh, it's
Never heard of that.
you will know. Do you know Gorillaz Feel Good Inc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel good.
You will.
Shake it, shake. The rap from that is Del the Funky Homo Sapien. It's his album. It's fucking incredible.
Nice. I think mine is actually probably going to be, so it's going to be a Prince song, of course.
Of course.
But the track is called, it's off the Batman album, yeah, and the track is called The Future. That's my track. It's Prince did the Batman album in 2 weeks, and it went number 1. And you know the 1989 Batman with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Prince did the soundtrack for that, innit?
Oh wow! I didn't actually realise it was Prince that did that soundtrack.
Next time you watch it, watch the title credits. It will say music by Danny Elfman and then music by Prince or something like that.
Oh,
Damn.
So Phil, I need to go back and I haven't seen that version of the Batman version.
It's a good one. It's definitely them with the Michael Keaton ones are definitely better than the fucking Val Kilmer and George Clooney ones. As a
controversy.
It is much better films, but I have a love in my heart for Val Kilmer as Batman. Matter how rubbish he was,
it's childhood films, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna lie, they are.
Yeah, 100%.
Batman and Robin was so bad, it was brilliant.
It was nostalgic though.
Oh yeah,
it is nostalgic. It's like I love Oblivion. Elder Scrolls Oblivion is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah,
and like it's an ugly, hideous, messed up game, but I love it. Like it
has to be. It's always the classics like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've always
Prince
said
of
for me.
Persia.
Oh yeah, I've always said for me it's like the original Fable games. Like going back now, they're so grainy, but they're so good. Fable 2 was the one. Fable 2 was the
that was the game.
That's
That's
in my top. I think probably my top 3 favorite games of all time. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were good games. Yeah. 100%.
Back in the day, things were simpler, weren't they? Things were simpler. Prince of Persia. I haven't heard that game for ages. That was one of those games that like I always thought I'd like made up in my head because if ever I'm like, oh yeah, you play Prince of Persia, everyone looks at me like, what?
Yeah.
Prince of Persia. It's like the original Assassin's Creed. It was sick.
It never got the love it deserved. I swear. Like
never.
Not from our generation, anyway. Like
no, disgrace.
Because the film fucked it up, and then the remake
100%.
fucked it up.
Never make a film on a game.
No.
Even the World of Warcraft film was pretty trash.
Yeah, I mean, you've got World of Warcraft was. I mean, the Pokemon films are good, but it was an anime anyway. So
let's go back to the one that we watched together, where Pikachu spoke at the end, and we just looked at each other like, "This whole film is now just a meme. Like, get rid of it."
Yeah, that's quite a fun story actually. So it was 3 years ago.
Pikachu, I Choose You.
Yeah, about 3 years ago, I think, wasn't it? It was when the I Choose You game came out. The Let's Go games came out, and me and Ed, obviously I was working, and Ed was like, "This is coming out." We were like, "So let's go!" And literally, we went.
I wanted the promo card.
Yeah, we just wanted the promo cards, and we went along to it, and we were thinking, "Oh God, we're going to be the only sad ass adults." Then there was loads of other ones, and it was like, okay, I don't feel so bad. Then we realised that it literally was like 80% of the people there were are between 16 and mid 20s, and then there was 2 families of little kids, and it was like, that's fine, we're alright now, we're alright, but
we're like, get out our cinema, kids.
This is our place, this is our realm.
We grew up with this. You didn't. You don't deserve this. It's like Digimon.
There, man. You wasn't there.
No.
Sam's
Digimon, then Yu-Gi-Oh, then Pokemon.
I remember.
Fireman Sam has just put in chat, you clearly haven't seen the Halo movies, pure masterpiece. I haven't, and I feel like I probably shouldn't.
Just don't watch the Mortal Kombat films.
Oh God, they're making a new Mortal Kombat film, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think they're in the process of making a new Mortal Kombat, and it's meant to be
I've
quite
seen the
good.
trailer for it the other day.
If either of you two play Street Fighter, I will clot you up. Like I will literally like. Oh man.
I'll be honest. I haven't actually really played much of any of that sort of game. Like even going into like the Injustice games. You know that. I don't know how you explain, but you know what I mean. Like that fighting style.
It's street fighting time.
I've
round
never
one.
really got into it. I've played Mortal Kombat, but
yeah, you know.
Yeah, but no, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter's the one, mate. Street Fighter's the one. Like, I always play as Ryu. I recently started playing as Ken, but Ryu's my guy. But like,
I mean, I must admit, I love Street Fighter for the sound effects it gives me for videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
2 live-action Halo movies, Forward Unto Dawn. Never heard of
I've
them.
never seen the Halo movies.
No, I didn't even know they were.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like one of those things that they said they were going to do but never did.
It's like the Assassin's Creed movie as well. That wasn't the one, was it?
Can't.
And how do you get someone like Michael Fassbender to do it? Like a fucking incredible actor to do that?
It's like
Money.
the Crystal Skull.
Oh yeah. No. Indiana Jones and
go
Crystal
into
Skull
it.
was like how did they go from 3 of the best to?
I know.
that?
It's Bethesda. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It made me so angry.
Don't get me started on Bethesda, like please, like because I will. Yeah, I'll get myself sued. I'll get this. Yeah, I would say some very horrible things.
Don't worry. As reference, it's safe to say me and Ed never get an EA sponsorship. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we slag them off weekly. Which, on that note, fuck you, EA.
It's about to bite me on the arse. Fuck Bethesda. I don't care. Like you guys, and if I ever do get famous and you guys see this, like you ruined Fallout for me. You ruined the Elder Scrolls for me.
Yeah.
I will never forgive you, Todd Howard. I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you. That's it.
Is Bethesda in charge of Diablo as well, or am I wrong in saying that?
Yeah, I think they are.
No, I think so.
If they are, then I mean
I'm gonna Google.
Let me.
I'm on it. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're on it. Okay. Because if they are, there was that whole thing, which was insanity.
Yep.
They are. Do you when they released that the new Diablo game was going to be a mobile game, is one of the funniest moments I've ever seen. When the first everyone went what, like everyone in the audience, and the first fan question was is this a really shit joke?
Yeah.
And the guy stood at the front going, no, actually this is completely serious. We're really excited with how mobile gaming is going. And everyone's like,
Yeah, but let's leave.
Yeah.
Well, we are getting to that sad point of the day where we need to wrap up the podcast.
That's calm.
As 2 a.m. is upon us.
I know, it's been fucking awesome having you on though, man. Thank you so much for being part of this with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Honestly, it's been amazing. It's been very humbling. It's been great chatting with you guys as well. Like, it's really good seeing what you guys are doing. Like, keep it up, man.
Thank you very much.
Do anything to promote this as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's just good to be a part of it, man. So thank you for having me. Honestly, I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on. We're always grateful for people giving up 2 hours of their life to talk to us.
especially at this time of the day as well. Like, we picked
really poor business move on our behalf.
We sat down and we were like, we've got an amazing niche. We're going to be the Midnight Club podcast. And then we sat down and we went, it's a really shit niche. We have to stay up until 2 in the morning doing this.
Well,
it works well with the Americans.
Yeah.
Have you not thought of like maybe like streaming it in the daytime or whenever, and then just dropping it at night?
We have, but the problem is like, so 9 to 5. Well, whenever I wake up to whenever I go to work, like I need to help Abby shit around the house and that, and then Jack's obviously got stuff to do in the day. Yeah. But then like both our partners aren't in the house. Well, Abby's asleep and Jack's partner's not in the house like past 10 o'clock, and I don't finish work obviously till like 10:30.
And when I go back to work, I'll be finishing latest at 11 p.m. So it's kind of like for us too, it actually works for us. But any UK people that we're getting on as guests, it's
they hate us.
It works for American guests as well because it's like 6, 7 p.m.
Yeah, it's like 7 p.m.
So we've just fucked up any UK people
You can
wanted
watch.
to
It's
watch.
good that you can watch it on YouTube. You put it on YouTube
Yeah.
for people to watch like the next day.
100%, yeah.
That's good. I think it works the best.
And talking
But
about the
you never
YouTube
know.
video, we will in the description. Obviously, we'll chat to you a little bit after this as well. We'll get every one of your socials that you want at all will be linked in the description. They'll be somewhere down there.
I was pointing at Alfie.
Yeah, his over there. But yeah,
Thank you.
all Alfie's links for any socials that he wants out there. Which I mean, since you've got your stuff everywhere, there'll be like 20 different links.
Yeah.
But please do go check Alfie out on everything. Like genuinely, the music is top class. Like I absolutely love hearing, and I'm very excited to see like where you're going with this.
Future things.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. It's very, it's a big thing. May you live to see the dawn.
Amen.
Oh, I'm gonna rip that apart. I'm gonna get my my zombies Easter egg hunting friends on this, and we're ripping that sentence apart.
Trust me. May you live to see the dawn, man. That is it.
Oh mate, I'm very excited to see what's going on. Right.
Yeah,
As always, thank you to everyone who has been with us live. We appreciate you staying up to 2 a.m. Sam, I know you don't sleep, but thank you still.
Sam's like the king of our stream chat. Bless him.
Yeah.
On to next week, I suppose. Where I think next week we're doing conspiracy theories, aren't we?
Yeah, I think it's just, I believe so far it's just the two of us, but we're doing conspiracy theories. Yeah, so.
The thing is, like, we've messed up our schedule, haven't we? Because we missed a week because you were ill, and then we had to skip a week because of personal things, and then now we're like,
catching up on ourselves. But
who's where?
Yeah, no, thank you.
But no, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you to everyone who's watched the stream, and thank you to anyone who is watching or has watched the video on playback. You know, again, we love doing this, so please do stay tuned for more though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for watching as well. Thanks for listening to me. As well.
Hey, that's your whole brand, mate. Everyone wants to listen to you. It's music, mate.
That's the point.
That's the point. Come on, sell yourself.
That's sick. Yeah, well, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we got watch out for the future, innit? Watch out for the future.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Right, and with that, guys, we'll call that the end of the stream, and we will see you next week at 12 a.m.